Hey guys, welcome back. Ever had that dreaded check engine light pop up on your dash and your wallet immediately starts to sweat? Or maybe your car starts acting all kinds of weird like it's got a mind of its own, especially after you've just swapped out the battery? Well, before you even think about dialing up your mechanic and bracing for a hefty bill, stop right there. What if I told you there are 5 completely free ways to reset your car's computer and other systems that professional mechanics use all the time, but they rarely spill the beans on these tricks? Today, I'm pulling back the curtain and breaking down every single one, step by step, so you can do it yourself. And you'll definitely want to stick around to the very end because I've got a bonus tip that could literally save you over $500 in future repair bills. Seriously, you don't want to miss this one. Let's get right into it. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we dive into smart car fixes, essential maintenance hacks, and DIY tips that actually work and save you money. My goal is to empower you with the knowledge to tackle these jobs yourself. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never get caught off guard or ripped off at the mechanic shop again. We're all about keeping your ride smooth and your pockets happy. Alright, first up on our list is a real classic, probably the most well-known method, and that's the battery disconnect reset. This is like the universal turn it off and on again for your car's brain, the ECU, or engine control unit. If your car is throwing weird codes, idling funny, or just not behaving right after some electrical work or even a jump start, this is often the first thing you should try. It's simple, requires minimal tools, and can often clear up those pesky electronic gremlins that can cause so much frustration. We're essentially giving the car's computer a fresh start, a clean slate to work from. Now, before we even think about touching anything under the hood, safety first, always. You'll want a pair of mechanic's gloves to keep your hands clean and protected, and some safety glasses because battery acid is no joke, and you never know when a little spark might happen. The main tool you'll need is a wrench that fits your battery terminals. Usually it's a 10mm, sometimes an 8mm or 12mm, but check yours to be sure. Make sure your car is parked in a safe, well-ventilated area, preferably on a flat surface, and the parking brake is engaged. First things first, turn off your ignition completely, and this is important. Remove the key from the ignition. Now pop the hood. You'll see your car battery there, usually with a red positive cover and a black negative one. We're going to be working with those terminals. Take a moment to identify the negative terminal. It's usually marked with a minus sign or NEG, and the positive terminal with a plus sign or POS. Here's a crucial step. Always disconnect the negative battery terminal first. Grab your wrench, fit it onto the nut on the negative terminal clamp, and loosen it. You don't need to remove the nut completely, just loosen it enough so you can wiggle and pull the terminal connector off the battery post. Once it's off, make sure to tuck it away to the side so it can't accidentally touch the battery post again. With the negative terminal safely disconnected and out of the way, you can now move on to the positive terminal. Loosen the nut on the positive terminal clamp the same way you did for the negative. Once it's loose, wiggle and pull the positive terminal connector off its post. Now here comes the waiting game. You need to wait for about 15 to 20 minutes. This waiting period allows all the capacitors in the car's electrical system to fully discharge, and critically, for your ECU to completely shut down and clear its temporary memory, including any error codes or learned behaviors that might be causing issues. After you've patiently waited, it's time to reconnect everything. And guess what? We do it in the reverse order. So, positive terminal first this time, place the positive terminal connector back onto the positive battery post and tighten the nut securely. Once the positive is secure, then reconnect the negative terminal. Place the negative connector back on its post and tighten it down firmly. Next up, we're tackling the throttle body relearn procedure. This is a super useful one, especially if you've recently cleaned your throttle body, disconnected your battery for an extended period, or replaced the throttle body itself. You might notice symptoms like your RPMs bouncing up and down erratically at idle, a high idle, a low idle, or just a generally rough or inconsistent idle. This happens because your car's ECU has essentially forgotten the precise closed and open positions of the throttle plate and how to finally control it. So, what exactly is the throttle body, and why does it need this relearning process? Well, the throttle body has a butterfly valve inside it that controls how much air enters your engine. When you press the gas pedal, this valve opens. When you let off, it closes. The ECU needs to know the exact parameters of this movement to manage air-fuel mixture and idle speed correctly. If its stored data gets wiped, or is no longer accurate due to gunk buildup being cleaned away, it can't do its job properly, leading to those annoying idle issues. This relearn procedure helps the ECU recalibrate itself to the throttle body's current state. Alright, let's get into the steps. This one doesn't usually require any tools, just a bit of patience and following the sequence carefully. The first step is to get into your car and turn the key to the on position. Now this is critical, turn it to on where all your dashboard lights come on, but do not start the engine. You want the car's electronics powered up, but the engine itself should remain off for this part of the process. With the key in the on position, engine still off, slowly and smoothly press the accelerator pedal all the way to the floor. Once the pedal is fully depressed, hold it there for about 4 seconds. After holding it for 4 seconds, slowly and just as gently release the gas pedal until it's fully back to its resting position. Now you're going to repeat this exact sequence. Slow press to the floor, hold for 4 seconds, slow release, 2 more times, for a total of 3 complete cycles. Once you've completed the 3 pedal cycles, turn the ignition switch completely off. Now, wait for about 10 seconds. This little pause gives the ECU a moment to store the new throttle position parameters it just learned. After that 10-second wait, it's time to start the car, turn the key and let the engine fire up. Alright, so the battery disconnect is effective, but what if you really don't want to lose all your radio presets, your clock settings, or deal with potential security immobilizer issues? Well, there's a more targeted way to reset your check engine light and clear codes, and that's by using an OBD2 scanner. These handy little devices plug right into your car and let you talk directly to its computer systems. It's a fantastic tool for any DIYer to have in their arsenal. First off, what is an OBD2 port and where do you find it? OBD2 stands for Onboard Diagnostics version 2, and it's been standard on pretty much all cars and light trucks sold in the US since 1996. The port is a 16-pin connector, and it's usually located under the dashboard on the driver's side, often near the steering column or above the pedals. Sometimes it might be hidden behind a small panel, so you might have to feel around a bit or consult your owner's manual if you can't spot it immediately. Now, there are all sorts of OBD2 scanners out there, from very basic code readers that just tell you the trouble codes and let you clear them, to more advanced diagnostic tools that can show live data, perform system tests, and much more. For simply resetting a check engine light, even an inexpensive basic scanner will do the trick. You just plug the scanner's connector firmly into your car's OBD2 port. It usually only fits one way, so don't force it. Once the scanner is plugged in, the next step is to turn your key to the on position, just like with the throttle relearn. Again, all your dash lights should come on, but do not start the engine. The scanner will typically power on automatically once it detects power from the OBD2 port. It might go through a little boot up sequence or ask you to input some vehicle information like the VIN or make/model/year, though many modern ones detect this automatically. After the scanner is ready, you'll navigate its menu. The exact steps will vary depending on your specific scanner model, but generally you'll look for an option like read codes, read DTCs, diagnostic trouble codes, or something similar. It's always a good idea to read the codes first, even if you just plan on clearing them. Write them down or take a picture. This tells you why the check engine light was on in the first place, which is crucial information for diagnosing any underlying problems that need to be addressed. Once you've noted the codes, you can then look for an option like erase codes, clear codes, or clear DTCs. Select that option and the scanner will usually ask for confirmation like, "Are you sure?" Go ahead and confirm. Chapter 5. The in-car menu reset. Moving into the realm of more modern vehicles, you might find that you don't even need to pop the hood or plug in any tools to perform certain resets. Many newer cars, especially luxury models or those with advanced infotainment systems, have built-in reset options accessible right through their dashboard screens or vehicle settings menus. This is the tech-savvy way to handle some electronic hiccups, and it can be surprisingly effective for specific types of issues. So, where do you typically find these hidden gems? You'll usually need to navigate through your car's infotainment system, that central screen where you control your radio, navigation, and other vehicle settings. Look for menus labeled Settings, Vehicle Settings, System, or sometimes even under a Maintenance or Service section. It varies quite a bit from manufacturer to manufacturer, and even between between different models from the same brand, so your owner's manual will be your best friend here if you're having trouble locating it. Once you're in the right area of the menu, you'll be looking for options with names like System Reset, ECU Reset, Restore Factory Settings, Vehicle Data Reset, or something along those lines. Sometimes it might be buried a couple of levels deep in the menu structure, so be prepared to do a little bit of exploring. These options are essentially the software equivalent of a factory reset on your smartphone or computer, designed to bring specific electronic modules back to their default state. What kind of problems can this in-car menu reset actually fix? Well, it's primarily aimed at software-related glitches. Think things like a frozen infotainment screen that's completely unresponsive to touch, persistent Bluetooth connectivity issues where your phone just won't pair or keeps disconnecting, navigation system errors, or even physical buttons on the center console that have suddenly stopped working because their underlying software module has crashed. If it feels like a software bug, this type of reset has a good chance of sorting it out. Performing the reset is usually straightforward once you find the option. You'll select it, and the system will almost always give you a warning message, something like, "This will erase all personalized settings." Are you sure you want to continue? Make sure you read any warnings carefully. If you proceed, the system might reboot or specific modules will restart. Again, the exact process and what gets reset can differ. So if your manual provides specific instructions for a system reset, follow those precisely. It's important to understand what this type of reset is good for and what it won't fix. It's excellent for those annoying software bugs and glitches that can plague modern tech-heavy cars. Chapter 5. Precision Reboot, the Fuse Box Reset. Now what if you want to reset just one specific system in your car? Say, your radio is acting up, or your ABS light is on intermittently, and you suspect a temporary glitch in that particular module. You don't necessarily want to do a full battery disconnect or a factory reset of your entire infotainment system. This is where the Fuse Box Reset comes in. It's like rebooting just one specific app on your phone instead of restarting the whole device. It's a more targeted approach. First things first, you need to locate your car's fuse box, or sometimes fuse boxes, as many cars have more than one. Common locations include under the dashboard on the driver's or passenger's side, in the glove compartment, or under the hood in the engine bay. Your owner's manual is your absolute best guide here. It will show you exactly where each fuse box is located. Take a moment to find it and remove the cover. Once you have the fuse box cover off, you'll usually find a diagram on the inside of the cover itself, or again, in your owner's manual. This diagram is crucial because it tells you what each fuse protects and its amperage rating. You need to carefully identify the specific fuse for the system you want to reset. For example, there will be fuses labeled for the radio, power windows, ABS, anti-lock braking system, ECU, fuel pump, and so on. Match the system you're targeting with the diagram. For this job, you might need a fuse puller. These are small plastic tools that often come clipped inside the fuse box cover itself. If your car doesn't have one or you've lost it, a pair of needle nose pliers will also work, but be gentle. Before you go yanking any fuses, make absolutely sure your car's ignition is completely off and the key is out. You don't want to short anything out or cause any sparks. Safety first, as always. Chapter 6. The $500 Saver Gas Cap Reset Hack, your bonus tip. And now folks, for that bonus tip I promised you at the beginning of the video, the one that could literally save you over $500 in unnecessary diagnostic fees and repairs. It's so simple, yet it's one of the most common reasons people see that dreaded check engine light illuminate on their dashboard. What is it? It's all about your gas cap. Yes, that humble little cap you twist off every time you fill up your tank. You might be wondering, how on earth can a gas cap cause my check engine light to come on and potentially cost me hundreds of dollars? Well, it's all tied to your car's EVAP system, which stands for Evaporative Emission Control System. This system is designed to prevent gasoline vapors from escaping into the atmosphere. It's a sealed system, and it relies on maintaining a certain amount of pressure or vacuum. If your gas cap is loose, not sealing properly, or falling faulty, it can cause a leak in this system. When the evap system detects a leak, even a very small one from a poorly sealed gas cap, it will trigger a diagnostic trouble code and boom, your check engine light comes on. Many drivers will then panic, rush to a mechanic, and the shop might start with an expensive smoke test to find the leak, or even suggest replacing parts of the evap system, easily running up a bill of $500 or more, all because of a simple gas cap issue. So before you do anything else when that light appears, check your gas cap. So what's the first step? Go to your gas cap. Is it loose? Did you forget to tighten it properly after your last fill-up? It happens to the best of us. The golden rule for most gas caps is to tighten it until you hear it click at least 3 times. Those clicks indicate that the cap is properly torqued and sealed. If it was loose, tighten it down with those 3 satisfying clicks. This alone might be your fix. Now what if it was tight or you've tightened it and the light is still on? Take the cap off and give it a good visual inspection. Look for any obvious cracks in the plastic body of the cap. More importantly, inspect the rubber O-ring or seal around the base of the cap. Outrow, you're the boss. Reset and drive smart. So there you have it, guys. 5 pro-level car reset hacks that you can do for free, plus that awesome bonus tip about the gas cap that can genuinely save you a significant chunk of change. These methods are straightforward. They don't cost you a dime in parts, unless you need that new gas cap. And they are incredibly effective for tackling a wide range of common car electronic gremlins. From the classic battery disconnect to using an OBD2 scanner or even just navigating your car's built-in menus, you now have the knowledge to take control. If one of these reset hacks helped you get your car running smoothly again, or if you just learned something valuable today, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on more real-world car fixes, maintenance tips, and DIY guides that actually work and save you from those hefty mechanic bills. We're all about empowering you here. Got a weird car issue that's been stumping you? Or maybe you have another reset hack that you swear by? Drop it down in the comments section below. I read through as many as I